Hello and welcome back to Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, where I'm recovering. Not nearly as bad off as I was before. Which, hey, recovery's good. Also, between streams, I definitely farmed up some screamers. So we are all prepared to take on the Double Black Blows quest. And just to show, 10 Sonic Bombs, 94 extra Screamers. We have enough for a few attempts. And I do not need Trank Bombs and Gia Drum stuff with me. Let's see, what do I need? I don't know if we're going to be in the desert in the day or night, but that will change what I bring. I'm not going to need herbal meds. Hey there, Califor. Also, as I am still not 100% recovered, I'd say I'm like, in terms of how I'm feeling, I'm like 85%-ish. Most of what remains is, it's like phlegm on the vocal cords. It's annoying, and it makes me sound different, but ultimately it doesn't feel too bad. Need Sonics. Flashes can help. Gonna bring some, not 94 Screamers. I can't bring that many. And gunpowder. There's gunpowder. Oh, I can make 20 additional Sonics. That's more than I expected. And let's just confirm that gunpowder plus Screamer is in fact Sonic. Yep. Okay, what else can I bring to make this quest easier and or faster? I suppose traps and tranks. Any time savings is good time savings. What else? I've already got demon drugs on me. Is there anything else that helps specifically against Diablos? Or against any generic difficult monster? Could bring bombs, but I don't know whether I'd even get the chance to use them. But I could bring them. Might as well. And that's a full inventory. It's going to become a little less full when I figure out whether we're going to the desert in the day or night. And let's once again go with Dragonhead and King Truffle for the attack boost. And Ultra Lucky Cat, apparently. Also, I realized something between streams. I had left my cats doing their training for many, many, many quests. Like, I had Crystal here doing the training that gives comrade skill points, but I had only taught her True Health Flute. So she's got more skills now, and I've got her working on her defense. And Ray here has been doing the attack and defense boosting training for a while. And I think I might go with Ray for this quest, just to have that extra little source of damage, as well as the possibility of paralysis. So yeah, I think I'm gonna swap from Crystal to Ray for this quest in particular. Hopefully I don't end up regretting that. I absolutely could end up regretting that if Ray interrupts too many of my combos. Also, I didn't need to go to the farm. I meant to go to the offline gathering hall. Okay, black phalanges. Wait, need to see. It's in the old desert. Oh, so old desert's always day. Got it. Hey guard, I am not well, but I'm doing better than I was the past 2 days. Past 3 days, actually. I think Tuesday morning was the worst of it. Because Tuesday morning I also had a runny nose, and I hate runny noses. Okay, so not gonna need hot drinks. You know, Psycho Serum could be useful. There we go. Now, I think we are ready to take on a pair of black Blos. Okay. Munch on a steak. Drink a cool drink. Take a demon drug. Psycho Serum up. I did not need the Psycho Serum. Okay, this lady looks pretty large. I don't like that my flashes are so far from my Sonics. Come on. Though I suppose my flashes being far from my Sonics doesn't matter quite so much in this game. It would matter more in Gen 3. Okay, I have upset her somehow. Oh, I don't like that wind effect. Thankfully, Diablos' burrow attack is much easier to avoid in this game than in later ones. Wish I could take advantage of that taunt. I wish she was doing basically anything other than what she is doing. You know, some power juice might have been nice to bring along. The substance that would later be renamed Dash Juice. So I noticed my stamina got a little low a moment ago. Probably could have gotten a hit in there. And it is important that I take hits where I can. why'd she have to do the sliding run? I am surprised that the game's hitboxes forgave me there. Rawr. Hey, Outlander, yep, I am back. It's distressing how quickly she had turned to face me there. And I have once again upset her somehow. Okay. Feel like her being mad is a great time for a flash. Just, you know, anything to keep her from charging and burrowing all over constantly. Is she leaving? Or is she just doing the slow turn? Leaving. Okay. The fact that she came straight for me there had me a little concerned for a moment. Lady, please, at least give me a moment to get my bearings. That didn't hit. That did. And she is not enraged right now. Well, that was a waste of a flash. Honestly, I shouldn't have tried it to begin with. My flashes are much better spent keeping an enraged Diablos calm. Too far to try and Sonic right now. And there she was, using the G-Rank exclusive maneuver. The retargeted burrow. Well, G-Rank and One-Horned Demon King exclusive. But he is the only Diablos that will do it outside of G-Rank. Nice flinch. Again, she turned to face me distressingly fast. The small flinch from the foot there saved me from the horn sweep. I appreciate this. Okay, next time she turns to face me, she's getting a face full of light, I guess. Damn it. I don't have enough flashes to waste like that. I really should have brought stuff to make more. Damn it! Am I only going to get one actually useful flash? Oh, she's leaving. Okay, that's fine. Excuse me. But I assure you, I am only clearing my throat. I feel fine. Probably didn't need a full mega potion there, but whatever. She's probably not still going to be enraged. Yeah, she's not. And our flashes are specifically for calming down an enraged Diablos. Oh, she's mad again. I could have done a combo on her leg there, but honestly, probably worth it to use the cool drink. There we go. Ow. Yeah, I should really hang out near her left leg when she's blind. Like, sure, the left leg is the one that kicks during her taunt, but it's also the one that's a lot safer from the tail sweep. Okay, that was probably an overcommit, but actually we're fine because she was going for the cat. Nice. Rar. Rar. And Outlander, I think it's already miracle enough that we got the iOS version of Freedom Unite that had functioning online. I highly doubt we will ever see another revival of FU. Especially with how much the series is advancing. Like, it honestly feels kind of, at this point, like Capcom's a little bit embarrassed about the older Monster Hunter games. Like, they don't want new players to be exposed to them because... Oh, wow. I was not expecting her to be so close to dead. We're gonna finish this no problem at all at this rate. Though, admittedly, I don't have any more flashes. Do I even want to drop anything for this Blowsfang? I could drop the Psycho Serum. But that's making a big assumption that the other Diablos in here is going to stay in here, but whatever. Yeah, let's drop the Blowsfang. And then let's get the heck over there before she wises up. Get out of there. I'm pretty sure the last time I tried this quest, I timed out. The fact that I've got one blows down in less than 15 minutes is a very, very good sign. Admittedly, this one will take longer. But I've got one down. That's a start. She must be enraged. Or no. No, she was just going for my cat, who was directly ahead of her. Seriously, I made garbage? No. No, no. No, discard there. Right, I didn't bring enough combo books to guarantee the sonic bombs. At least I didn't accidentally get rid of anything for garbage. And those supplies will include a couple free Sonics. Nice flinch. Rar. Rar. Rude double roar into hip check, into roar, into probably charge on my face. Nope, into roar again. My cat got stunned by a roar? Okay, so it was double roar into charge on my face. Got it. Just gonna go ahead and have myself a little drinky poo here. And then brace for this. Yeah, I'm wise to your G-rank tricks. I wouldn't mind seeing some remasters of old Monster Hunter games, but like, at some point it's just a completely different game. Modernizing a classic Monster Hunter game. The fact that I could only roll forward there kind of sucked. Modernizing a classic Monster Hunter game, like, if you take Monster Hunter Freedom Unite and make it Monster Hunter World style, it's not the same game at that point. And if you're going to go that far, just make a new game. Because at that point, basically all you're doing is updating the look of old areas and old monsters and bringing back an old story that honestly nobody ever really cared about. And the Monster Hunter franchise, because of its lack of focus on story, especially in the older titles, can actually better get away with just updating the area and the monsters and putting them in a brand new game instead of, you know, remastering an old game. If you're not going to bring back the things that made the game itself unique, the story and the old gameplay elements, then just update the monsters and locales and put them in a new game. It'll give players who don't have specific nostalgia for the old game the same, if not better, experience. Is she leaving? No, she's not. So yeah, while us Mega fans might appreciate remasters of old Monster Hunter games, from Capcom's perspective and from the perspective of new players... Okay, this time I think she's leaving. Yeah. Yeah, from Capcom's perspective and the perspective of new players, it's better to just take that legacy content and put it in a brand new game. Because that way, it's a selling point for the new game. Like, hey, look at this monster that has come back. Look at this locale you can explore again in more detail. Ow. That is the first tailspin we've seen from either of these bloses. Should I try and get her horns stuck, I wonder? Clearly the answer is no. The fact that they didn't get stuck there and that I took damage despite my Superman dive because of how this game handles certain things. Specifically how it handles a continuous attack hitbox. She just smushed that Vespoid into the ground. And I'm taking a hit because I wanted the Vespoid gone. Nice knockdown. Love to see it. Also love to see 3 crits in a row. Okay, now she's got to be mad. Yeah. I don't like these Vespoids flying around. Like, we have been blessedly free of small monsters until we got into this area. And now there's Vespoids. That wasn't a long enough animation to justify sharpening. Like, it's nice that I finished sharpening. But boy, did I pay for it. Love an opportunity to eat this steak. Is she leaving or just doing the slow turn? Leaving, okay. That's an opportunity to eat this steak. I think I might try capping her. It's probably not time yet. But I'll try. Well, that was a failure. Still have the trap, but... I'm almost certain at this point she's trying to leave so that she can go sleep. She's burrowing way too much. Gee, she got mad somehow. And again with the burrowing. Okay, she's not trying to go sleep. At least not right now. Charge me. Above ground, if you would. Man, this area is so much easier to maneuver around without there being ledges here. Are you kidding me? Okay, yeah, she's not sleepy yet. Still got some hits out of it, though. My trap was not completely wasted. She's not enraged. The right foot's the dangerous foot. That's the one the tail sweeps on first. But then again, the left foot is the one the tail sweeps closer to. I guess if you're in front of the right foot, it's actually the safe foot. Love the knockdown. Wish it happened on the second hit of the Super Pound. And she's mad again. You gotta love those hitboxes. Oh boy, I don't like being against walls like that. She was after the cat. Who, by the way, has gotten 0 paras. Don't think I've even seen the cat get many hits. Cats are a lot more helpful in the later games. Is she leaving? Yeah, she's leaving. That is not an enraged burrow. Sure is nice how helpful it can be to be familiar with monster animation speeds. She's enraged now. Ouch. Honestly, I bet she's cap ready at this point. The question is whether I'd be able to get this trap down and get her in it. That's step 1 cleared. Oh, she's going to charge after that. Diablos is not affected by pit traps. Not in this game, apparently. Because she absolutely went straight over it there. I don't think anyone can deny that she walked straight over that pit trap and through me. Should have had these rations instead of my steak. But hey, 4 free Sonics. Outlander, I'm pretty sure Diablos could be pit-trapped in every game from Gen 3 onward. Pretty sure. Oh, the charge going over pitfalls? I don't recall that being a thing, but... I mean, I guess maybe. And she was, in fact, cap-ready. But she elected not to be capped. Usually when a mechanic makes a monster temporarily immune to a trap, it destroys the trap when they go over it, rather than leaving it intact. Like, Elder Dragon's full trap immunity is the exception to that. Like, they are... Well, anything that's just fully immune to a trap doesn't destroy it. But if they've got a specific thing making them unaffected by it at the time, it usually destroys the trap when they would have gone in it. Like when Nargacuga hops out of a pit trap when it's not enraged, etc. So yeah, I guess it is just a specific interaction with that one move in this case. But hey, that's a quest down that has walled me before. Cleared it relatively quickly, considering I know I've timed out on that quest before. And with only 1 cart. But welcome, I've heard that a very terrifying wyvern has made its home near here. What will I do? But the word from the guild is that you, the Acantor Slayer, would keep us safe. So please, I beg you to buy this Ukanlos info. Buy it and read it, please. I hope I'll live to serve you again someday. Oh, baby, it's time to finally, after 26 streams, because we are in the 27th, we are only after 26 of them, it's time to finally hit the last monster that's been in the thumbnail this entire time. But first, farming. Guard, I don't believe Rajang is ever immune to shock traps in this game. It's just the pitfall traps and when they affect it that flips. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's never immune to shock traps. Yes, Outlander, this is the first Uconlos quest in the entire franchise, though it is not my first Uconlos quest in this game. It's my first Uconlos quest on this file. But yeah, Uconlos was introduced in Freedom Unite, so this is the first Uconlos quest. What else am I going to need for Uconlos? Should probably bring stuff to make more regular potions. I already got my honey, yeah, okay. Herbs and blue mushrooms. Herbs. Blue mushrooms. Don't have to worry about bringing null berries. No ice blight here. What else is good against Uconlos? Not traps. Not really bombs. I've only fought like 1 or 2 Freedom Unite Uconlos before. So, while I know I can do very well against Freedom Unite a Cantor, and it's actually a fairly meditative experience for me, Uconlos is a bigger question mark for me. So that is why I'm taking my time to consider things. I should probably try and make some more power juice, shouldn't I? That is steak combined with power extract. Oh, that's mega juice, I'm sorry. Still, I'm not going to complain about having mega juice on hand for this quest. What else? What else might I want? Honestly, I might want to not have such enormous ice vulnerability, but I'm kind of stuck with that because I don't want to bother farming any different armor sets, especially considering how effective this one is. Wouldn't hurt to have a full complement of whetstones. Farcaster might not hurt. Can't think of anything else. Well, I guess armor skins. I don't especially need them. Like, they're not going to help much. But I guess they do something. Oh, cleansers. Cleansers are a thing. Or I guess thawing agents these days. They would later be known as cleansers. And we're going with our heel cat instead of this worthless one. The Robin Blind might be helpful against Uconlos, because I'm probably going to end up wanting Uconlos stuff. Ooh, Defender low. Handy. Yeah, I don't know that our heal cat would actually do enough healing for it to make a huge difference. But the small amount of damage, very limited potential for a para, and the theft that Ray brings might actually be good for us. Mostly the theft. Also the fact that I can actually get KOs on Uconlos because its face isn't the hardest part of its damn body, unlike Diablos. does increase the chances that we can get a para, because the Uconlos might spend a little more time. Well, actually, no, it'd be spending less time holding still, because we did a lot of sonicking on those bloses. That was a lot of time where our cat could have gotten enough hits for a para, but just didn't. But whatever, we'll give this a shot. Hello there, I have some big news. Big news! It seems that an incredible wyvern has appeared deep in the snowy mountains. The wyvern has already attacked and destroyed the neighboring village. We haven't been able to get in contact with them at all. We can't assume this isn't going to affect us. The monster could attack our village at any moment, you know what I mean? It appears to have retreated back into the mountains, but just the thought of that thing attacking at some point sends shivers down my spine. So please, you're our only hope. Please get rid of that Ukon something or other. You just used 4 syllables where 1 would have done. Please. This village already owes you so much, but we need you now more than ever. I truly believe it has to be you. Please go forth to the snowy mountain peaks and fight the final fight. Wait, is it the snowy mountain peaks? Or is it the snowy mountains peak? The location here and the text here disagrees about which word should be pluralized. Though I guess technically this is the snowy mountains peak. The snowy mountains peak. Yeah, guard, this won't be my first Uconlos I've done in this game. It's been years since the last one, but I also have faith I will do fine. It's just a matter of whether I fail once or not. I think I got it first try the last time, but I could be misremembering. And that was on iOS. Ah, yes. We're in the western mountain part of the snowy mountains, but embiggened for Uconlos. Embiggened and with an annoying ravine put in the middle. I hope I managed to get the Sonic flinch. Hang on. I forgot something very important. Hot drinks. I forgot hot drinks. Time to try that again. Actually, I guess hot drinks wouldn't be that important if I'm running with my Mega Juice. Hang on, I forgot something very important. I need to eat again. Third time's the charm, though. Sure, I could have gotten away with using the ancient potion in my inventory, but that would be wasteful. Now just in-universe, imagine. This hunter is like, I'll take care of your Uconlos problem. Goes up into the mountains. Gets one look at the Uconlos and is like, oh wait, forgot something at home. I'll be right back. returns to town. Everyone's like, did you do it? Oh no, I just forgot my hot drinks. Oh hey, I got the same skills again. Hunter departs again after having grabbed their hot drinks. Goes, takes one look at the Ukanlos, comes back to town. Did you get it this time? Oh no, I forgot. I was hungry. Eats a meal, goes right back to the mountains. Flying wyvern, showing that it is in fact a flying wyvern. Alright, going for the cat. That's fine by me. And there we go. Now we are ready. I wish I could cut that tail. Boing. Camera, please. Lukamos, can you get your face out of that wall, please? No? That looks like a no. Right, you need to sonic it while it's inhaling for the beam. Though I forget whether you can do it for the grounded beam or if it has to be for the standing beam or if there even is a standing beam in Freedom Unite. Hey, if you want to keep doing that tail sweep, you are welcome to. I do not mind one bit. And that's a Madukamlos. So I don't think my Sonics will have any effect now. Okay, ouch. So that tail sweep took out half my health. Though admittedly, my health isn't 150 right now. Boing. Turn around, let me flash you. Let's see what that does for your moveset. Wow, you don't even stay flashed long enough to do a tail sweep, huh? So, at this point, I'm not really that concerned about the idea of getting ice blasted by this thing. Its attacks are very avoidable in this game. And sure, I'm super allergic to ice. But if I can just avoid all the ice attacks with minimal effort, there's no real reason for concern. Okay, that was kind of rude. Got completely body blocked into the tail sweep. But the tail is not an ice attack. Boing. And yeah, minus 15 ice res, so I will take 15% additional damage from any ice attack that comes my way. Ouch. Is that a mining spot? Can you mine in this arena? Is there a reason to mine in this arena? Is there something nice that you can get by doing so? I wonder. Also, considering I started inside the arena, I don't know that my Farcaster is going to be much use. Also, hey, look what we got. Hey, look what else we got. And that's a Madukalos. Hey there, Wolvenelf. I'm just gonna... Right, even if I walked up to it, it wouldn't show me, yes, this is a mining spot, because Freedom Unite doesn't have icons over gatherables. Okay, it feels like the ice swim doesn't take as long to accelerate to max speed in this game. Though it doesn't track as well either, so... It's, I guess, worse if you start close to it, but if you don't, it's easier to avoid. Face break number 1. Did not have to dive there. Okay, tail sweep's a great chance to whetstone. It's also a great chance to do damage to the face, but I needed my purple sharp, and for that tail sweep I just wasn't close enough. Plus he was putting his face into a damn wall. Boing. Ooh, I think I actually like this side of the ravine better. There's a lot more room over here. So of course he goes back to the other side. Guard, I don't recall Ukanlos armor having that good of skills in this game. And the weapon's also trash, but beating Ukanlos does unlock the G weapons, which are incredible. My understanding is that the G weapons are capable of hitting multiple times on certain swings, which I believe for the hammer is the golf swing, so just adding additional hits to the golf swing is enormous for damage potential. Whoa there. You did not start off facing the direction I thought you would. Boing. Flying Wyvern gotta fly. I really do not like the position you're in right now, Conlos. This is better. Okay, this is bad again. Thank you for turning. Yeah, you know what? That is a better place for you to be. You're right. Okay. That ravine almost got me. Boing. Rawr. If my hammer was already put away, I would have had that. It's a really long knockdown if you can get it, though, so it's always worth trying for. Ow! Starting that right on top of me is rude, you know. But also that did a lot less damage than I was expecting it would. Then again, I don't think the Ukanos is enraged right now, so that certainly helped. I believe that's the first time we took chip damage. Ow. There's some ice damage for us. I do have two max potions and an ancient potion. I'm gonna have the max potion now, just to top off my max HP. Got it again. Okay, the knockdown's not quite as long as I thought, but the fact that we were able to get 2 golf swings out before it attacked again, still really nice. Boing. Okay. There you are. Oop. Needed to dive. Ow! Okay, that does in fact hurt when it's enraged. Alright, let's get this Mega Juice, rather. Avoid the laser beam. Rude. Okay, so we're... Oh, there is a base camp. Never mind. I guess it just starts you not in the base camp. And then throws you in the base camp if you cart. Is anything gatherable here? No? There's no item box. Not really surprised. I probably should have had the max potion instead of the ancient potion, because we're going to be using Mega Juice. I didn't use my Mega Armor Skin. Goes to show how little I think of armor skins. Yeah, just Mega Juice and get in. Wait, that was the hot drink that I had. I still need the demon drug. There we go. Now get in. Once I figure out how. Ah. Oh, there you are. Can you please return to the playable area? You're not supposed to be inside walls. Sounds like it's going over there. Yep. And yes, Outlander, this Uconlos is absolutely obsessed with my Palico, and I am A-okay with that. I'm glad those giant snowballs don't break apart after landing. Pretty sure they do in later games, and it causes some problems. Wow, a double taunt? Is this even a end of G rank urgent? Interrupted its burrow animation to say, "Ha, I'm not blind anymore." Kind of surprised that it can choose to burrow when it's blinded. That roar is an easy punish. I don't like being here, but I suppose we're fine. Just gonna tail sweep yourself in a circle? Nope, not in a full circle. Ow. Yeah, I shouldn't be surprised that that leap does so much damage. This thing is quite hefty. Clearly not enraged anymore. So I should be ready to Sonic if it starts to laser. Oop. Almost got hit by the tail there. That was not a laser. Kind of want to get the chest break, because it does exist. Whoa there! But I think I'm probably best off if I just keep on focusing all of my damage on the face. Maybe during KOs I can go for the chest. Dang, the golf swing missed. Also, we may have just gotten the roar effect, but at least we didn't take the roar damage or the chin slam at the end there. It's not much of a slam, but it does do some damage if the chin comes down on you. Which, I mean, have you seen that chin? It makes sense that it would do some damage. This might be an okay time to sharpen. Good. wasting this flash. But whatever. The flashes aren't... I'm taking this. The flashes aren't exactly important. Okay, at this point I need to get well clear of that tail. Okay, now we've got some time to heal. I think I can take anything it can do from this level of health. So I don't think I need to heal again right now. But then again... I can make more potions. Might be worth using a standard potion. Oh, this is bad, 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 bad. But we're fine. Yeah, I think it would be worth using a standard potion at this point, because we do have them. And I don't think it would be overhealing. Yeah. Okay, last Mega Juice. Hopefully we can kill this thing before the Mega Juice runs out. That would be nice. It's out of rage, which helps. Seriously, the length of this thing's animations and the size of its face, it's built to be hammered. Same with a Cantor. Almost feels like Tsujimoto basically just told the team, like, hey, make a monster designed to be fought with specifically my weapon. And they were like, okay, here's a Cantor and a Conlos. You can have both. Really? A taunt while you're enraged? Coming over here. I was not aware that the tail sweep could snowman you. That was not the right time for a thawing agent. Or maybe... Or, no, it wasn't. Ooh, that's, painful. Yeah, Outlander, when it comes to a most hammerable heads tier list, there'd have to be a lot of things that I would have to take into consideration. Like, are we talking most hammerable at all times? Most hammerable when the monster is knocked down? Because the two are very different lists. Most hammerable overall? Oh, apparently that still works even when the beam is just coming out. And then you'd also have to consider across multiple games, because, like, I would not call For You a Cantor especially hammerable. Like, it's pretty hammerable, but not especially hammerable. Meanwhile, Freedom Unite a Cantor has possibly one of the most hammerable faces in the entire franchise. I imagine we're getting close to another KO. There's face break number 2. Boing. As far as faces that are hammerable when knocked down, I don't know if it gets much more hammerable than Dalamadur. That face, you have to try to miss. I've been doing a good job of avoiding chip damage for the most part so far, but that there was rude. And that was almost another cart. Boing. I'm gonna stay on this side of the ice. Yep, going for the cat. Fine by me. I don't like being in this corner. Thankfully, Ugalos is letting me right out. Okay, we are not going to finish this before the Mega Dash Juice is done. Because the Mega Dash Juice is done. And this is not finished. We're stuck with real stamina for the rest of the quest. Why do I keep running away from the roar? Like, I only need to get so far, and then I can just charge up a super pound. Sorry, cat, but you were right where my hammer needed to go. Also, on the most satisfying hammering or face hammerings list, pretty much every monster in Iceborne increases by like 3 tiers just from how satisfying hammer is in that game. The fact that you can follow a super pound with the clutch claw attack, chef's kiss. I don't feel like I should have been hit by that. Little late there, cat. Boing. Do you have to do the swim attack? Give me something where I can hit your face. No, you're not even doing the swim attack, you're just moving. Boing. Another burrowing. Turn around, give me your face. I fully expected to get a KO by the end of this. But it didn't happen. Possibly in part because I was not positioned correctly for the second golf swing to hit. There it is. Okay. Nah, we're not going for the chest. It's too covered by the arm. We're just going to do damage to the face. Yeah, I think for us to actually do meaningful damage to the chest and not hit the arm, we'd have to do it during the sonic knockdowns, and we can only get one more of those. Rude. Though following it up with a taunt is appreciated. I don't like that we've been here for half an hour already. I want this to have been over by now. Because the longer this goes, the greater my chances of failure. Though, admittedly, since we've gotten 2 face breaks and we've been here for this long, and I've been doing a at least decent job of getting lots of hits in, I imagine we're probably getting close to the finish. Like, I can't imagine this going until blinky clock times. I'll be surprised if this lasts more than 10 more minutes. I mean, hey, if you want to taunt, I'll take it. Though, apparently I won't hit. It was a little too far. Wish I was better positioned for that tail sweep so that I could stay on the face doing damage. Ooh. Dude was leading his swim. Like, actually started off kind of turned in the direction that I was moving. Honestly, the swim probably is the most dangerous attack, just in terms of being able to actually hit me. It is the attack most likely to do damage to me. But this is just movement, not swim. Going over there? Okay. But you turned around mid-move. What's that about? Oh, got a little too close. Rawr again. Thanks for the additional chance to get this super pound in. I squandered it, though. I'm going to blame that on the camera going weird when I'm near walls. Yes, Outlander. Blinky clock times is the official term. It's a technical term, you see. I'm sorry for using industry jargon. But sometimes the jargon is what is most fitting. Boing. It's terrifying every time I have to actually Superman dive that. Because there's always that moment of, is it going fast enough that I'm not going to get hit? Yeah, there wasn't any avoiding that for me. Oh, thank you, Superman Dive, for still being active when that snow fell on me. Okay, we've just got some movement happening. Hardly. Okay, my healing supplies are dwindling. I really need to end this soon. You know, I think that's actually what happened the first time I beat Nukanlos in this game as well, is I was running, like, super low on healing when I finally got it. Should I let this red health recover? If I get hit by the swim attack, then it would be a cart. But I'm not getting hit by the swim attack, so I think I actually might have time to spare to recover this red health instead of healing it off. Admittedly, when the Conlos buries itself again, that becomes less true. Dang it. It was too close. So this red health I am not going to let recover. And now we're down to potions and a max potion. And the max potion is being saved until post-cart, assuming a cart happens. Well, at least I didn't take the roar damage. Boing. Ukanlos, can you please let me get your face some more? Well, there goes my last flash for no benefit. I'm so glad there was enough space for me to tuck in there. And yeah, guard it is and raging really fast at this point, so there's hope. Love seeing the tail sweep when I am so close to his right hand. Because that's just free damage. Oh, please, sweep your tail more. Can't believe I just used the laser as an opening to sharpen. And Madukonlos again. Yeah, I wasn't really positioned to take great advantage of that, but at least got some. Oh yes, please, more tail sweeps. Give me all of the tail sweeps. Belly flops are good too. Chin scoops, not so much. Those kind of hurt. And that's a cart. Okay, we're on our last cart. But that has freed me up to actually consider using my max potion. So there's that. We don't have any more hot drinks. That's a problem. I shouldn't have been using them while I was using my Mega Juice. First time I need to heal, I will do so with the max potion. And just gotta hope that none of the attacks that I take will kill me from full health without it. Basically, I just need every hit that I take to do less than 100 damage. I said every, but really what I mean is any. I can't take a hit that does more than 100 damage. It's as simple as that. Please, more tail sweeps. Tail sweep forever. I do not mind. Ooh, that's a good flinch. Kept me from taking a roar. And my cat got the kill. Didn't paralyze it even once, but stole the kill. Ukanlos is always a satisfying hunt. A lot of underskulls. And with that, I've reclaimed my status as a post-game Freedom Unite hunter. Something I haven't been since the iOS version of Monster Hunter Freedom Unite stopped being supported. And I did, in fact, kill it well, my cat killed it before we reached blinky clock times. What's even the point of having a thief cat? Like, actually, what is even the point of having a thief cat? And what is the point of having para and status boost on this cat? What is actually the point of this cat? Oh, it's you. Oh, thank heavens. It was you who defeated the Ukanlos, wasn't it? The guild, of course, sends its gratitude, but I would like to thank you personally from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so very much. Before I forget, the guild wanted to reward you with these. You'll be needing plenty of these from now on, so I hope you'll use them wisely. I'd like to say one last thing. You are truly the greatest hunter in the land, the pride of the guild, and a true G-level monster hunter. So yeah, there's your proof that Ukanlos is in fact the final urgent of the game, in that it's still in the urgent quest slot. I still have plenty of check marks to get, but I never bothered to get every check mark in this game before. That's going to be a new thing. Let's go take a look at hammers. Oh, what do you have?
Our hunter returns. Thank you ever so much for defeating the Ukanlos. The guild had issued an evacuation order because they had no idea when and where it would attack. A few hundred years ago, when Treshy and I set up this village, I would never have thought to live to see our village abandoned. Just the thought of our village dying brings a pain to my heart, but you have saved us, and for that I am eternally grateful. The Ukanlos you defeated is actually a twin of sorts to the Akantor. They're referred to as the Twin Walls. My ancestor, the cave dweller with the giant sword who chased the Akantor out, is not buried here because the Ukanlos sealed his fate for him. The poor man, he was never able to return to his homeland. In a way, I built this village to follow in his footsteps. And to think that a hunter of this village has now brought the Ukanlos down. My, what an interesting maiden fate is. As the village chief and as just another old lady, I thank you from the depths of my heart, our dear village hunter.
The Wyverian Craftsman Guild has made 2 giant breakthroughs in their research. Oh, a way to greatly increase a weapon's performance without sacrificing its appearance. You can turn ordinary levels into G-level powered ones. Got it. And melee weapons will benefit the most. And now we can use true armor spheres even more. Okay. I've never actually made a G weapon before, but first, let's take a look at Ukanlos gear. So, this hat, handicraft, extra sharp point, and quake res. Or rather, handicraft mind's eye and quake res, as they would be known today. Tremor res today, actually. And what about the chest? Handicraft and mind's eye. So I'm beginning to see what Ukanlos gear is for. Handicraft, mind's eye, and quake res. Handicraft, mind's eye, quake res. And would you look at that? Handicraft, mind's eye, and quake res. So yeah, now we know exactly what Ukanlos gear is. It looks like Silver Rathalos is going to be handicraft and attack. What's Yamatsukami give? Para-res, mind's eye, and cooking. Interesting. And I know that the Gowren armor here is for people with shields. Yeah, guard, quake res, and guts. Goldrathian, Fate, and Tranquilizer. For when you really just want to get stuff by capturing monsters. Okay, so if we go to create weapon, we can just make the G weapons right out. The way he described it, it sounded as though we had to upgrade our weapons into G weapons. Is that still a thing? Can't be further improved. That was already there. That was already there. Can't be further improved. Okay, so, yeah, the way the text earlier made it seem as though we had to upgrade things into the G weapons, but it looks like we actually just make them right out. Dragon Breaker G would probably be pretty good, but damn, I do not want to fight enough Laos to get all that. Sanctioned Gunhammer G, 1196 with 500 fire versus 1352 with 310 fire. So the Torment Purgatory G would probably be better. As the Warbasher, 1404. 1404. Looks like 1404 is about the highest it goes. Oh, 1196, but with natural purple and 20% affinity. Oh, 1456 is the highest we've seen now. 20% affinity on the Great Demon, huh? Oh, cool. We've got a dummied item here because I have downloaded the DLC, including apparently some that was never made for the English release. Wow, that is painfully low attack. $16.12. That's a lot. Shame it's only on green sharp. Seems there's not a whole lot in the way of natural sharp on these natural purple sharp on these G hammers. I would have loved to see a Nargacuga G. Wait, why is there the Dead Revolver G, but also the Sanctioned Gunhammer G? 1196, 500. Why does the Dead Revolver have more raw? Honestly, the Crystal Nova G is probably an upgrade over my Deep Dark Hammer. But then again, with the 50% affinity, my Deep Dark Hammer has an effective raw of... an effective raw 156 higher, so... effectively 1404 with natural purple on top of that. So actually, it wouldn't be an upgrade with the exception of the actual G benefit there. With the doing multiple hits in a single swing thing. Crystal Nova doesn't even have any element or anything on it. It is a fool who makes the tarnished hammer G. Like, sure, that's a lot of raw, but yellow sharp is just atrocious. Especially in these older games. So I don't really know what my goal is here, hammer-wise. Because, like, yeah, Dragon Breaker G, not Dragon Breaker G. Dragon Breaker G is probably pretty good. And then for fire, I think it was the not true gun hammer. Or not sanctioned one. The Dead Revolver, I think, is probably the best fire hammer. For ice, it's Great Cone G. There's actually no competition. Was there a lightning hammer in here? Like, actually, was there a lightning hammer? Pretty sure Crystal Nova was a lightning hammer prior to G. Accidentally pressed circle one time too many. Yeah, I don't know that there is a G lightning hammer. That's kind of sad. Like, what are you supposed to do for monsters that are weak to lightning? I guess just bring raw. Meanwhile, we've got multiple options each for poison. We've got an option for sleep. I think this is the only option for water. Yeah, Guard, I would not doubt that most of these get to purple with Handicraft. Yeah, I guess the goals are Dead Revolver G, Anchor Crusher G, Dragon Breaker G, Great Cone G, and then just gotta find a really nice raw hammer. 1456 is pretty solid. No affinity is a little sad, though. Looks like it probably would have good sharp, though. Wasn't there one that had good raw and apparently good sharp and also decent affinity, like 20%? Cuckoo Pick G might be okay. Black belt's nice if you need slots, I guess. Okay, Great Demon Hammer looks like it's probably the one to go for. What does that take? 3 more Velocidrome heads. That won't be hard, I don't imagine. I wonder if that one actually gets purple with Sharp +1. If it only gained white, that would actually be a real disappointment. But then again, it wouldn't be much of a loss. That's going to be a lot of Blangongas. What about this hammer makes it deserving of rare 10? 1404 attack, defense +8, natural white, 2 slots. Meanwhile, 1404 raw, no defense, only 1 slot, but 20% affinity. And this is rare 9? It's also got more natural white. So, like, unless all of the sharp +1 on this is purple, I don't see how this is worth more than this. And then sanctioned gun hammer. Also don't know how this one has earned its higher rarity versus the other gun hammer. Crater Maker looks like it would be great against Kushala. And I only need 5 more Gravios shells to make it. Couldn't make this right now, but don't know if it's worth it. Let's look at armor again just real quick, because I haven't done a G rank of Cantor, that's why. I was like, G rank of Cantor armor is good, and I want to see what it's got, but I've only done high rank of Cantor. Yeah, if G rank is anything like high rank, we can look forward to handicraft, crit eye, and earplugs. Which, yes please? Okay, so now I can trade points for true armor spheres, but it takes a lot of points. Got it. Oh, so Velocidrome heads. My best shots in high rank. Interesting. I need 3 of them. Really used a lot of my supplies on that Oconlos hunt. Which I suppose means that I prepared properly, so could be worse. What else is in my standard set? Typically have herbal meds just in case. Honeys for when I need them. And I think that's it, actually. Apparently you can also get Velocidrome heads from freaking low rank. Less often than in high rank, though, but I wonder if you can also get them in G rank. looks like the answer is no. But then again, this thing doesn't have anything listed for G rank. Is Velocidrome not in any G rank quests? Is that it? Let's find out. Just take a quick look and see if there's any G rank Velocidrome. Looks like there are, in fact, no G-rank Velocidromes. Okay. But I am aware that there is this quest right here with 2 Velocidromes. I don't have any real way of knowing when they are cap ready. Though there is a chance of getting Velocidrome heads from them without capturing them. It's just lower. If I go this way, it'll take me to them fastest. Oh, I forgot to mention it earlier, but I am in fact streaming from my PC and not my laptop. Because my PC is no longer sick. I got my PC back to full working order before I got myself back to full working order. Is that in the trap, or did it just get paralyzed? It was paralyzed, okay. Dang it. Well, we're definitely not capturing that one with this trap. I clearly underestimated a high-rank Velocidrome's durability. Okay, so it looks like 2 Super Pounds and a triple hit combo is what they can do. Or, nope. Yeah, it turns out what was wrong with my computer, my PC, was I was having yet another Intel processor fail on me. Thankfully, the last time that happened, I had bought an upgrade so that I wouldn't have to be without my PC for any stretch of time. And then I RMA'd the faulty processor, and instead of giving me a refund, they gave me the next tier up. Because the last time, the first time I had to RMA a faulty Intel processor, they told me that they didn't have any more of that model in stock, so they just sent me a refund, which was very much appreciated at the time because I'd already gotten it replaced by a PC repair company. And then the second time, they didn't have any of that kind in stock, and I'd already bought myself the next tier up. But instead of giving me a refund this time, they actually gave me the next tier up, so I just had a spare. I considered selling it, but then the market for Intel processors had crashed because of all the Intel processor issues. And thus, I just had a spare of the exact same processor I was using lying around. So I was able to swap to that, and now I am running with 0 issues whatsoever. And yeah. Hopefully this processor, which has never been used outside of the most recent BIOS updates, well, let's just hope that what Intel says about them having actually fixed things by now is true, and that things are fixed. So there's a quest named the Formidable Velocidrome that may always drop ahead. Let's see if I can find it and then see if that's true. Is that in... I'd imagine that's in the village. Where does that quest live? That quest lives in Monster Hunter Freedom 1. So, that's not going to help me here. So yeah, my best bet's just doing the double Velocidrome right here. Oh, always handy to start in the same area. Okay, I think if I shock trap it now, I'll be pretty decently positioned to get the cap. Seriously, I KO'd it out of the trap. If I didn't KO it, it probably would have been captured on that hit. Oh, hello, other Velocidrome. So here's the plan. If I get a KO, then I stop hitting it. I did not get a KO. Outlander, I don't believe Velocidrome's head does break in this game. Pretty sure that was added in 4U, or 4, rather. Okay, at least I'm getting screamers. Honestly, I should have farmed this quest for my screamers. And I know I'm neglecting my farm as well as my kitchen skills. But honestly, this is just Velocidromes. And I do have over 300 honey, and I've already beaten Uconlos. Admittedly, I am going to need more honey than I have, probably, if I go for all of the check marks. But for now... Get back here. Okay, 2 super pounds with crits might be enough. Ah, great, now the other one's here. And I have no way of guaranteeing which one gets in this trap. Best I can do is just hang out in a place where trigonometry will make it more difficult for the one that is not my current target. Of course, more difficult doesn't mean impossible. Can't believe I KO'd a Velocidrome by hitting it in the butt. There, now it won't get in my trap. He's just standing there, menacingly. Fun fact, tranq bombs in this game do 1 damage and can kill a monster. Are you immune to pit traps? Like, what actually? Why pit trap not work? Why pit trap not do? He walked right over it. I need to swap cats. Then again, maybe I don't. Maybe he's stealing Velocidrome heads as we speak. Apparently Uconlos isn't the only one who prefers my cat to me. Okay, Velocidrome just is apparently immune to pit traps. We've learned something today. Was just making sure I got my carves from that guy before he disappeared. You failed me, Pit Trap. I do believe I see a Velocidrome head. So we got one. Just need 2 more. And then I'm going to need to make an armor set with handicraft. I think I might actually already have one. The Terracinatar set. I'm just using Blango Z because when I don't need Sharp +1, attack up large, razor sharp, and stun immunity makes for a nice set. Stop talking to her because I was like, wait, this is the G rank lady. She's not the G rank lady. She's exactly who I needed to be talking to. So let's get some shock traps, as well as some trap tools, and some Gendrome Fang, or Genprey Fangs, rather. Because that's how you make a shock trap in this game. You don't use Thunderbugs. Can't make no shock traps without no Genprey. Yeah, Outlander, Razor Sharp is a nice skill. Though, consistently, my favorite is Challenger. I just love the design of it. huge offensive boost at the time when it's most risky to use it. It's just great design. I killed it. Apparently the distance between capture ready and kill ready is smaller than a single swing of my hammer. But, I guess what we've learned is that I should equip a worse hammer if I want to capture these things. Maybe come in with Cap Guru or whatever it's called in this game. And like, that wasn't even a super pound swing, it was just a regular swing. Not a golf swing either. I am not capable of hitting any lighter than that. Well, I guess that attack hits later. Of course, it takes time to sheath and then do the unsheath attack again. So yeah, I just killed 2 Velocidromes. Ooh, a head. Killed 2 Velocidromes while they were in traps and had trank bombs in their system. Because my hammer swings just do enough damage to take them from fine to dead, completely skipping capturable. But hey, I only need 1 more head. No head this time, but lots of screamers. Oh boy, a new biggest. Yeah, Outlander, most monsters' capture threshold in modern Monster Hunter games is 12.5% HP. And incidentally, in Monster Hunter World, it's 12.5%, but they go Scully at, I believe, 10%. So there's actually a threshold at which they do not appear Scully, but are capturable. Meanwhile, Rise just gives everyone Cap Guru all the time. So you don't even have to worry about whether they're Scully or not there. And I know the chances of us actually getting a capture are basically underground with how much I hurt these Velocidromes per swing. But I'm still bringing the stuff to try to capture both of them. Okay, this is easily the worst place. Well, no, it's not the worst place I could start on this quest. I think the worst place would actually be the southern beach. Yeah, that would have me have to travel the longest distance and the most load screens to get to where a Velocidrome would be, I think. Though honestly, I should have found one by now. Oh, there it is. Damn it, Bullfango. Damn it, Bullfango. I KO'd it. But also, since it still took 3 hits, it was nowhere near cap ready the first time. Or rather, to begin with, not the first time. I'm gonna get rid of this pig. That one might have been cap ready, but probably wasn't. Sure love getting Velociprey parts from Velocidromes. Guard, there is an argument to be made for spinning when they're low, until you remember that a monster is not captured in this game until they have fully finished their going to sleep animation. They are still killable while they are going to sleep. And if I am spinning, another hit is going to come and is going to kill the Velocidrome. Apparently my thief cat decided to steal all the mushrooms from the floor. Still, I've been getting heads at a pretty good clip. Been averaging, what, 1 every 3 quests at most? Or rather, at worst. Just gonna bring 1 trap this time. There is 0 chance that we're going to capture any of these things. Not with this hammer. And if I use a different hammer, it'll make things take longer. So really, I think I'm better off just bonking the Velocidromes and making 1 attempt to capture when it feels right. cat. Oh my god, we actually got one. Now watch it just give claws. Because it is only 7% chances at a head from capture. I don't know, Outlander. The suddenly stand completely still and do nothing attack is nice and all, but Kezu does it better. Because on Kezu, that's the tell that it's cap ready. I see a head. Not from the capture, but I see a head. No, the capture just gave us 4 screamers. So I believe what I wanted was this fella right here. Yeah, 1404 with 20% affinity. Which means... that is effectively 1474 raw. Which is a lot. It does drop a slot versus my Narga Hammer, and it does also drop natural purple sharp. So really the rest of my gear is going to determine whether this ends up actually being an upgrade of any sort. But we can go back to orange times to at least get our sharp +1. That defense -30 isn't great. I'm going to have to see if I can get rid of that. But that's nearly all purple in the sharp +1, so yeah. Sharp +1 and razor sharp on top of all that purple and this effectively 1474 raw is not terrible. I'm going to go AFK for a couple minutes to feed my cats because it is their dinner time. But then I'm going to do one more quest just to take this hammer for a spin. And hopefully not actually use the spinning move because it's terrible. So yeah, back in a moment, and then we'll see what this hammer can do. Okay, I am back. And I think I know exactly what to try out this hammer on. Because we want it to be something that I can get multiple golf swings in on. So it's got to be something that's nice and meaty, but doesn't move around a whole lot. And I can think of exactly one thing that really fits that bill. And it's something that apparently doesn't exist in G rank without event quests. But, good news, I have the event quest for it. And therefore, it does exist in G rank. I might want to bring stuff to make more cool drinks, depending on how long this takes. But then again, I did just get a really nice hammer, so maybe it won't take too long at all. What else do I want? I probably want to bring herbs and blue shrooms. Do I want to bring anything else? Yes, I want to bring some Mega Demon drugs, and why not some Mega Armor skins? Which means I can't bring the combines for more of anything that I've got, unless I ditch something. Could ditch paintballs without too much fuss. I won't actually be using them, so yeah, we'll ditch those. And instead of bringing the combines for more cool drinks, I'll bring the combines for more flashes. Just in case we have a particularly poorly behaved one. Putting my stuff closer to where it's gonna need to be for the combines to be quicker menuing. Okay. Inventory-wise, I think that's good. And I did just eat. Wait. Did I do my farming? I think I did. But did I? I did not. The honey's really all that matters at this point because I've actually bought a bunch of dragon toadstools from Granny, I believe. Yeah. So the honey's all that matters. So, we're not doing Yamatsukami, but we are doing a Cantor. And we're not doing any of the Fatalises. Yep, this right here is the only G-Rank Cantor. And I very much want G-Rank Cantor equipment. Because I'm pretty sure that's the upgrade out of this crab suit. I should actually... That explains it. I've got, like, nothing slotted here. That is why we do not have good skills. I don't have much in the way of defense jewels, apparently. How many defense jewels do I need? I guess I need 3 points of defense to drop down from defense minus 30. And turtle jewels give defense 3 for 2 slots. How many of those can I fit? Because if I can fit 2 of those and 2 defense jewels, then we're good. So, oh yeah, we got plenty of room for that. Do I have any turtle jewels? Yes. And there we go. No negative skills. I have just gained 30 defense. Is it worth trying to gain more? When I only have 3 true armor spheres and each one's only 2 points? No. I'm not going to spend all of my resources getting 6 defense when those true armor spheres would be better spent on the gear that this quest I'm about to do might enable me to make. How's my fire res? Not that it matters, this is a Cantor, it doesn't do fire damage. We'll go ahead and watch him show up. Such a noisy boy. Wow, he's not opening with a charge. But he is coming this way. That did not seem to do multiple hits. I don't actually understand them, what is special about G weapons. Is it just, oh, they're slightly stronger than the non-G versions? I mean, I guess that's what the descriptions say. It looks the same, but it has G-level attack power or whatever. That was a really quick KO. Maybe there's no difference in visual, but in effect, it does more hits worth of damage. Ouchies. Also, maybe a Cantor does do some fire damage. You want to get out of the floor? I haven't taken my demon drug. Nor my armor skin. Ow. The charge attack is the attack I least want to see. Because when I'm up and close, the charge attack's the only one that's going to actually hit me. One tusk down. KO number 2. A little far there, but at least I didn't get lava'd for it. Don't like being in here, but he's behaving quite well. Rude. Though that wasn't the Acantor misbehaving, that was the floor misbehaving. Thankfully, he doesn't turn that in Freedom Unite. KO number 3. If nothing else, this is a fantastic demonstration of how hammerable Acantor's face is in this game. Like, honestly, Acantor versus Hammer in this game is a perfect matchup. Hardly need to sheath for anything, can punish almost anything. And his face is just so darn big. Like, that attack right there, well, that one I got hit by. But the one before, I was worried I'd get hit. And even then, I didn't. But now that both our health and our sharpness have gone down, time to actually fix those. But then get back in so that he is not encouraged to run at us. Yeah, you just stay right in his face and almost none of his attacks are even going to threaten to hit you. Except when he digs. Sounds like he is moving over to there. Honestly, if he's moving over to there, that's great. Yeah, this is a much wider area to fight him in. And if he's going to do his wind tunnel, that would be even nicer. I want that sparkly. But I also don't want to let this KO's free hits go to waste. There. That ought to be enough. Now, give me that. That was not worth grabbing. Discard. It could have been something nice. So he's going to show up right in the middle of that lava field. Tusk number 2. Like, can you see that exchange that just happened and not think that this guy was literally designed to be hammered? Dude tries to attack me and instead just puts his face exactly where I can reliably triple pound it. At no risk. Also, I used a whetstone when what I really meant to use was a cool drink. Whetstones make you resistant to heat, right? Wonder if I should even try for the chest break. In terms of potential rewards, it might be worth it. Because I actually do want a Cantor parts, whereas Uconlos parts were kind of take them or leave them. And there's another KO. Let's get in here and see if we're doing damage to the chest or the hand. Either way, a break's a break. I'm going to need all the parts I can get, probably, if I want to make his armor. Though if memory serves, his armor also is one of those sets that requires a different mantle equivalent for each piece from a different monster each time. It's one of those, you know, make this at the very end of the game armor sets. I believe that was a chest flinch. I don't think I've ever seen a more generous Freedom Unite hitbox. The fact that those bites weren't hitting me when I was directly under his chest. Very generous. Yeah, a little late on that one. That looked like a paw flinch to me. Oh, G-weapons are the second best weapons of their types. Unfortunate. Well, if I didn't have my weapon out, that would have been a great time for a Sonic. Should have kept going the direction I was going. And great, he's digging. Hopefully he sticks around in this area. Alright, not the worst place he could have gone. You know what, Outlander? It's possible that where I heard the G-Weapon multi-hit thing, or possibly where the idea came from, is Frontier. Because that was a thing at this point in time, and there are absolutely Frontier weapons that can hit multiple times in one swing. So maybe it's true information, but just not in this game. And here I thought I was outside the limits where the lava would be spurting. But yeah, Freedom Unite did in fact come out after Frontier. So while Hypnocatrix and Lavasioth were developed basically in collaboration between the main series team and the Frontier team, they did appear in Frontier first, as did the Great Forest. So like, yeah, this game did take some Frontier concepts. Maybe people at the time thought that was another concept that was being taken from Frontier. I am so glad that that hitbox was not terrible. Fully expected to be dead there. All because I accidentally spun. Damn lava spouts. Buddy, I need you to not move around like that. It's the attack I least want to see. You're only designed for hammers when you stay put. Rare for him to actually get me with his paw like that. And that's chest flinch number 2. Might have been better to actually take the roar damage there than the lava damage. Okay, depending on what he's doing, this might be a great chance to whetstone. Is he going over there for a wind tunnel? He is. So it's not a great chance to whetstone. He's got to be close to another KO. Did I dodge through the damage part of the roar? I think I did. Alright, give me something nice and long that I can sharpen through. This works. If this was 4th gen and he was capable of T-Grexing, it wouldn't have worked. Oh, he's dead. We did not get the chest break, but, yeah, time-wise, we did way better than Ukanlos. Despite possibly having a worse weapon, actually. Admittedly, he spent less time underground, which certainly helps. Why am I only getting scales, huh? These are high rank parts. Give me the G rank stuff. Yeah, I only got high rank stuff. What gives? Yeah, Cantor is just a much easier fight. Literally designed exclusively for hammers. Maybe great swords. But definitely for hammers. Two great stones. That's pretty great, I imagine. And then some tickets and more high rank parts. Hopefully great stones are the things that I need. Magnitude or chaotic order for best hammer. Not even the G versions. I'll have to look at how to make those. Yeah, the final Narga hammer is absolutely great. I would have told you that already, considering I used it for so long. And it looks like doing that G rank a Cantor did not add a Cantor armor to my crafting list. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that added nothing. What hammers do I have? I have Deep Dark Hammer, Juggernaut, and Axiom as my fully upgraded ones. Yeah, I'll have to look up how to make Chaotic Order and Magnitude. But it is about time for this stream to end, so I'm just going to grab my honey and then head back home. Let's go ahead and equip this set. So, the thing to consider about potential upgrades relative to the Deep Dark Hammer is that, let's see, does this actually show, if I unequip this stuff, does it actually show the attack up large on the thing? 1248, it's still 1248. So it's always 1248. So, in order to be an upgrade from this hammer, it has to beat an effective raw of 1404 with purple sharp, or with natural purple. Plus, with my current equipment set, it has to also beat attack up large on top of that. I don't know how much attack up large gives, because I don't think it will actually show me the post. Oh, for 1430. Dang. Okay, so in that case, we actually, the number to beat is for a hammer to be an upgrade over this, it has to beat 1608 raw. 1608 effective raw after armor skills. And those armor skills have to ensure that it also has purple sharpness. Affinity does not matter except in terms of figuring into that effective raw. And yeah, Outlander, that attack up large is plus 20 true raw, which then gets multiplied by the hammer's multiplier to get the displayed raw. But yeah, 1608 is the effective value to beat, which is very hard, especially when you have to spend your skill points on getting to purple sharp if you don't have it already. I wonder, how does... I mean, the Great Demon Hammer G is just not going to compare, because it doesn't have attack up on its set. It does have more purple, so it does get more comfy than the Deep Dark Hammer. And its damage is more reliable, because we're not looking for that 50-50 for affinity to hit, but still looking for that 20%. Yeah, I think the Deep Dark Hammer is probably better. Shame. I really wanted an upgrade. Anyway, yeah, it's going to be very hard to find anything that is straight up better than this hammer until I get access to better equipment and thus better skill loadouts. Because as is, Razor Sharp and Negate Stun on top of effectively 1608 Raw is really, really nice. But yeah, that's going to be it for this stream. I will be back probably tomorrow with probably more of this when we're going to go for check marks, I suppose. Actually, we should do arena stuff, because the arena stuff does unlock things. Nothing particularly special other than Fatalises and ugh. I don't want to do those, but I am going to have to if I want to reclaim all the check marks I had. But yeah. That's it for this stream. Thanks, folks, for dropping by to watch and chat and all of that. And I will be back tomorrow. See you then, friends.